Travis Kelce praises Chiefs coach Andy Reid for helping him dial in on football after going out too much and being late to meetings early in his career. One of the hardest things was juggling life off the field. Kelce has played under Reid in Kansas City for the last decade, with the pair getting their hands on 2 Super Bowls together in 2019 and 2022, on an individual basis. Travis has also cemented a legacy as one of the greatest tight ends ever in that time, having smashed a host of records while moving to 4th in the all-time catching and receiving charts. And if that wasn't enough, back in September the 34-year-old's fame skyrocketed when he began dating pop sensation Taylor Swift. Over the past 4 months, Kelce has managed to juggle being one half of the most popular celebrity couple on the planet with his NFL career, continuing to perform at his best for the Chiefs as they look to successfully defend their Super Bowl crown. However, early in his career, the Ohio-born star admits he went out too much and was late to team meetings as a result until intervention from Reid helped him find the right balance. One of the hardest things for me was to juggle enjoying my life off the field and still being a professional and ready and at the top of my game week in and week out, Kelce told NatFL. A lot of that was Coach Reid sitting me down, talking with me and guiding me through all of it. I was testing it with him. I was late to meetings, hanging out too much throughout the week, not necessarily focusing and showing to my coaches that I was giving everything I could. I learned you can show your personality and have fun, but you have to be accountable to the guy next to you and be able to handle the highs and the lows of the game. Now, football is the only place in my life where I'm really detailed, really professional. When I'm thinking about football, I'm dialed in. I can lock in, really compartmentalize. That's because of Coach Reid. Kelce has played 177 times under Reid for the Chiefs, racking up 12,876 receiving yards and 1,040 total receptions. For many, he is the greatest tight end to ever play the game, but Chiefs general manager Brett Veach remembers the Travis Kelce that Reid first took under his wing in Kansas City, which he admits took a fair degree of patience from the head coach. When Travis came to us, he was a little bit of a party guy, Veach said. Andy showed a lot of patience and tolerance. Travis wanted attention. He wanted a lot of things. He did things differently than everyone else. Coming here, having to do things a certain way and really organizing and prioritizing his life was a challenge. There were a lot of one-on-one meetings with coach and a lot of, "This is how I want things done." There were a ton of bumps early on, but coach's love and faith for Travis never wavered. He got him through a rough time early on, despite his status as one of the best to ever do it, as well as being a reigning Super Bowl champion. Kelce was only the 4th highest paid NFL tight end this season with an average annual salary of $14.3 million, though while he admits he could have squeezed the Chiefs out of more money, the football legend has no desire to play anywhere else, and for anybody else. "I know what I have here is special and I can't get that anywhere else," Kelce said. Coach Reid is one of the biggest reasons for that. "I can't even fathom going anywhere else and having the same success. I would hope I would have gained the same skill sets, but I've heard how things are in other buildings, with other organizations. So I've been more than blessed." That goes for things off the field, too. "Everybody knows I'm a fun-loving guy, that I like to get out of the house, but he puts in more work than anybody that I've ever met, and what that does is hold you to a standard that you have to match. Being prepared is his biggest thing." Jason Kelce reveals he helped brother Travis get drafted by the Chiefs after head coach Andy Reid phoned him to get over some of the concerns with the tight end. The Chiefs drafted Travis in the 3rd round of the 2013 NFL Draft after Reid joined Kansas City following 14 seasons with the Eagles. However, while the pick has paid off in the form of 2 Super Bowl wins and one of the greatest tight ends in the NFL, Travis, who has reached new levels of fame amid his relationship with Taylor Swift, was initially seen as a risk for Reid. The coach was convinced of his on-field ability, but Travis's season-long suspension from the University of Cincinnati team for multiple positive marijuana tests was a sticking point. But Travis's big brother Jason, who was also drafted by Reid with the Philadelphia Eagles, played an instrumental role in convincing the veteran coach to take a chance on his brother. The center said Reid called him shortly before the draft to ask if he could take a shot on the younger Kelce. I felt like he was asking me in the moment, you realize I'm taking this shot on him. I want to make sure this works out, Jason told NatFL, kind of like, Reid was saying, you're part of this working out, so if it doesn't work out, he's holding me responsible. We had a great relationship in Philadelphia even though it was only for 2 years. He knew me and trusted me as a player. My brother's film from college I think spoke for itself. I think they knew the type of player they were getting. Because of the inside scoop I guess with me, they were able to kind of get over some of the concerns with him. Reid previously discussed his process behind Draft the Brothers on their New Heights podcast at the end of last season and also opened up on the phone call with Jason. He admitted that his first impression with Travis wasn't the best, with the tight end striking him as cocky. He said, "This guy I saw play against Temple and my son kept telling me, this tight end is unbelievable. Kelce's brother is, like, incredible. I mean, he's 265 pounds, he's a beast. Then I get him and he's like 240, but that's okay. I'm going to bring back a memory for you. The game's over, they just destroyed Temple, I come over to the locker room and, Travis, comes bebopping out and just giving me the business like we're long-lost friends. And deep down, I'm going, if I get my hands on that son of a buck, I'm going to rip his heart out. But I played along with it. Cocky, damn, he was cocky. But listen, I knew the roots. Travis has made headlines this season after stepping out with girlfriend Taylor Swift, the pop star attending his games, his number of endorsement deals and hosting NFL. But his social life was an issue when he first arrived in Kansas City, with the tight end admitting that he only became professional towards football thanks to Reid's constant one-on-one meetings with him. One of the hardest things for me was to juggle enjoying my life off the field and still being a professional and ready and at the top of my game week in and week out, Kelce said. A lot of that was Coach Reid sitting me down, talking with me and guiding me through all of it. I was testing it with him, I was late to meetings, hanging out too much throughout the week, not necessarily focusing and showing to my coaches that I was giving everything I could. I learned you can show your personality and have fun, but you have to be accountable to the guy next to you and be able to handle the highs and the lows of the game. Now, football is the only place in my life where I'm really detailed, really professional. When I'm thinking about football, I'm dialed in. I can lock in, really compartmentalize. That's because of Coach Reid.